This ain't you, bro. This ain't you. You weren't born like this, and if you die like this, you'll never know what could have been. Best case, you win. Worst case, you tried so hard, you became unbreakable in the process. But you won't lose because you are the only opponent. It's you versus you. No one's coming. Not your friends, not your family, no one. At some point, every boy becomes a man when he realizes the rescue mission is not coming. This is your fight, your battle. And if you want to win, you've got to outwork the voice in your head that says, stay down. You think success is about luck? Let me tell you what luck really is. Luck happens when preparation meets the moment. Luck is earned by suffering in silence, by doing the work when no one is watching, when you're exhausted, when you failed 100 times and still show up like it's day one. Discipline. That's the real game. Doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it. Not once, not when you're motivated, 1,000 times, day in, day out. You think you're tired? You're not tired. You're unchallenged. You've just been living soft for too long. The gym? That's not where hard starts. It starts when your excuses start speaking louder than your dreams, and you choose your dreams anyway. People say, I feel like a loser. Good, we all do, until we start winning. Until we realize, I'm not broken, I'm becoming. But becoming who you're meant to be takes pain. Pain is the price. Suffering is the entrance fee. We're in the era of soft men and hard times. Everybody wants to be comfortable. Nobody wants to bleed. But the truth? Greatness lives beyond discomfort. Hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. Where do you fall in that cycle? You've got to be ruthless. Not with people, with excuses. Be a monster. Be ambitious. Then learn to control it. You don't need motivation. You need to finish what you started. Start tomorrow? No, start now. You said you were going to do this? Then do it. Want self-respect? Start keeping your promises. To yourself. That's what staying hard means, not muscles. Mindset. You're not tired. You're uninspired. You're not too busy. You're undisciplined. You're not lost. You just haven't committed. Let me tell you something brutal. Out of every 100 men who step into war, 10 shouldn't even be there. 80 are just targets. 9 do the fighting. But one is the warrior. The one who carries it all. Be that one. Train to be that one. Die becoming that one. Most people are average because they choose comfort. They delay what they know they need to do. There are no losses, only lessons. No failures, only feedback. Every setback is a setup for your rise. What if you pull off the miracle? What if you're not the underdog, but the hero? What if you become everything no one believed you could be? Let them laugh, let them doubt, let them underestimate. Because while they talk, you grind. You want peace? Face your demons. Have those hard conversations, break your patterns, unmake those excuses. And when life knocks you down, you don't say, why me? You say, try me. You versus you. Every day, every rep, every decision, every tear, every setback, every moment you didn't quit, that could be something. Then for once in your life, listen. Everyone wants to be comfortable. They don't want to go out when it's cold. Don't want to work when it's hard. But you got to rise above that. You teach your body that your mind is the boss. You take command. Because discipline is the only path to freedom. It's easy to be great nowadays. You know why? Because most people are weak. They won't go the extra mile. They won't show up when it hurts. They don't want to find that edge because it sucks. It's lonely, but that's the price. Anybody can quit. That's the easiest thing in the world. What's hard? To keep going when you got nothing to show for it? To grind again today, even harder than yesterday? That is the real test. How bad do you want it? Do you want it more than sleep, more than comfort? Because if you do, I can work with you. But most people don't want it like that. That's why they ask, how'd you do it? They already know the answer. They just don't want to pay the price. Let me see what you do when you're tired. Let me see what you do when it's boring. Let me see what you do when no one is clapping. Because that's what separates the warriors from the watchers. There are no losses, only lessons. No failures, only feedback. Every setback is a setup for your rise. What if you pull off the miracle? What if you're not the underdog, but the hero? What if you become everything no one believed you could be? Let them laugh, let them doubt, let them underestimate. Because while they talk, you grind. You want peace? Face your demons. Have those hard conversations, break your patterns, unmake those excuses. And when life knocks you down, you don't say, "Why me?" You say, "Try me." You versus you. Every day, every rep, every decision, every tear, every setback, every moment you didn't quit, that's the win. Because if you give everything you've got, if you keep climbing, if you refuse to stay down, then you've already won.